Good morning, everyone. This is Sean Fisher Sr. with a brief message on my Fisher Educational Consulting channel, YouTube channel, rather. This is my first recording. I just took a moment during a break. I'm in my car, but I thought it was really crucial just to talk about something. For a time, I had considered what would be my first presentation or my first broadcast, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to address, just pulling from my experience as an educator, as an administrator, and also as a veteran of the United States Army. But it came to me this morning. I was having a conversation with a fellow educator who I'm mentoring, Mr. Horace Stone. Pay attention to that name. It's going to be a big name in the future. I guarantee it. So I was speaking to my mentee, and he asked the question, what's one area that you would suggest that I focus on to prepare me for my upcoming career in administration? And I said networking, and not for the immediate reason that everyone thinks of, which is getting a job, but also creating just a brotherhood or a sisterhood or a fellowship of people who get what you are going through as an administrator. Also, people who you can form a professional learning community with. Someone you can sit down and you can call and say, hey, I'm really stumped with this problem, and what have you done that works in the past? And they can give you instant feedback, and they can give you feedback in a safe space where, as we all know as administrators, very often there isn't a safe place when you're considering creation of policies. So it's great to have a place where you can test run those policies. So I would just say to everyone now, the advice that I gave my mentee, Horace Stone, remember that name again, I would suggest that any administrator or aspiring administrator create a network of support, whether it's through joining a professional learning organization such as NASSP, National Association of Secondary School Principals, or my personal favorite, MASSP, Michigan Association of Secondary School Principals, and attending their regular workshops where you make professional friends that you see regularly, and you can get their numbers, their contact information. And even with the advent of the new social media tools such as Google Hangout Air, YouTube, you can actually have video conferences. I would form these friends and I would use them. For instance, some of the greatest advice that I received from one of my mentors was to always find a balance between family and work. And so I'm really thankful. I was new to that concept, but apparently everyone else had already figured it out, because what I've noticed is that most conferences that I attend, they have a built-in or embedded component for families. For instance, a conference I regularly attend is EdCon, which is the education conference sponsored by Michigan Association of Secondary School Principals. And they have a day dedicated to families. So what I did last year was I brought my family, and it worked out really well. It was very stress-free, it was fun, it was a learning environment, and I was able to incorporate my family. So we're heading up to the 4-minute mark, so I'm going to try to keep my YouTube post to about 4 minutes. So what I want you to take from this broadcast, or this initial, broadcast, is just find a way to balance your personal life with your professional life, and also, more importantly, build a professional network of fellow administrators or educational leaders to bounce your ideas off of and get advice. It'll make your career more successful, longer lasting, and less stressful. This has been Sean Fisher Sr., CEO and founder of Fisher Educational Consulting, with a brief, hopefully helpful message, and signing off. Thank you.